This complex is well structured. The buildings were placed based on their function.
Old habits die hard.
Yes, I believe that the Albs are a step ahead of humans when it comes to efficiency. It is reassuring that they no longer exhibit the aggression they did in the past.
I want to join you.
Given your past, I need to know you're serious. Becoming an Alb again means complying with the directive. And it means you can't join another faction.
My mind's made up. I want to be an Alb.
I welcome your decision. Let's make it official. We Albs are a community, an instance. We strive for effectiveness and perfection. The interests of an individual count for nothing. Only the goal has meaning. Are you prepared to submit to these requirements?
I am.
Will you do your duty and follow orders without question?
I will.
Then take this armor as a symbol of your loyalty. As of today, you are a scout. Our eyes and our long-reaching arms. Whatever is hidden, you will uncover. Whatever flees, you will capture. And whatever blocks your way, you will remove. Welcome back. Welcome to the Albs, Jax.
What happens now?
I'm well aware that you would like your old rank of commander back. It's not that simple. First, you will have to carry out tasks as a scout and trooper to show you have not forgotten our directive in the time you were away from the Albs. But I will assign your tasks fairly. I won't obstruct you becoming commander again longer than I have to. First, Kel will retrain you in the basics. After that, return to me for assignment. Dismissed.
Ugh, my head. I need to concentrate. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me. I don't even know.
That was remarkable.
We can count on you.
You know the game. Give me...
Azok sent me. He says you should train me.
What? I've got enough to do. Tell Azok I can't train people and do all the repairs, too.
I could do some of your work for you. Would you have time to train me then?
Well, if you could find the blueprints for these Colossuses, I'd be obliged. And there's a few really old ones here. Without the blueprints, I'll never figure out how they work.
Do you have any idea where the blueprints might be?
The only people I can think of that might still have them are the clerics. But they won't share info with us.
If I did that and got the blueprints, would you train me?
If I had those blueprints, the repairs would be faster and I'd have the time to, sure.
I'm looking for the blueprints for an old series of fighting Colossus.
I'm not sure if we still have those. You're welcome to go through the archives, see for yourself. If you don't find them, there is one more place they could be, though it's not exactly somewhere you'd call accessible. But let's not worry quite yet. They could just be lying around here.
couldn't find any Colossus blueprints in the archives.
Then there's good news and bad. The good news is, I'm 100% certain that we have the blueprints for every series of fighting Colossus ever made. The bad news is, the blueprints you need are back in our old city. And now that one of those towers has appeared, searching the ruins means you'll have to fight some of those terrible creatures. I'm afraid that's as much as I can tell you.
Damn it, I've got no choice. Where exactly do I need to go?
Let me give you the coordinates. But promise me you'll be careful, okay?
Don't worry. I'm used to being careful.
Good luck then. And don't be a stranger. Drop by if you're ever back in the area.
It makes you wonder how many people once lived here.
blueprints for an old model of fighting Colossus. Must be the ones Kel's looking for. I should take them to him. About those blueprints. So are these the blueprints you're looking for?
Yeah, those look good. I should be able to use them to repair the Colossus.
Then you have time to train me now.
Sure. The repairs will only take a few weeks now. You saved me a lot of time. Thanks. You can tell Azok we've started your training.
Train me.
Tell me what you've already learned so I know where to start.
Good. Nice. Good. Nice.
You're back. Has Kel started your training?
Yeah.
Good. Then it's time to test your skills as a scout. We have reports of increased mutant attacks in the south. Investigate the phenomenon. Find its cause. Report back. Questions?
Will I get any other equipment for this job?
Of course. You will have access to a number of new items. Report to Oskill at the Computer and Research Center and ask him to grant you access to goods in Class 1.
Where exactly did they take place?
Let me see. The coordinates have already been sent to your Agitor.
If there are so many attacks, won't it be dangerous?
Yes, it will be. but you're a scout. Use your jetpack and avoid drawing unnecessary attention. If you can't complete this type of mission, you are not effective enough.
Well, that explains it. This stuff must have attracted all the mutants. I should report back to Azok. I think I figured out why there are so many attacks.
Explain.
I've discovered a large Elex deposit. It wasn't easy to see from above.
I see. That explains why our drones couldn't find it. Wait here. I'll send an assault team to secure the deposit. Commander, come here.
Elex or Azok, what do you want?
Scout Jax has spotted an Elex deposit. It has to be tapped.
Scout Jax, sir? You mean Commander Jax?
His current rank is all that I acknowledge. I suggest you follow my example. Take your team. Clear the area of mutants. Scout Jax is to report back to me when you're done.
Immediately, sir. You heard what Elex or Azok said. Lead us to the Elex deposit you discovered.
I will. Let's go.
Go ahead. We'll be right behind you. Huh. Looks good. We should hole up here for a while. We need to establish a perimeter. Keep the goddamn mutants out.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. We'll handle this. Go back to Azok and report that we secured the Elex deposit. All right, listen up. Jax will return to the depot and report to Elex or Azok.
You're back. Was the mission successful?
The Elex deposit is secure.
Excellent. Then your job there as scout is done.
I'm ready to be appointed trooper then?
Not quite. There's still one more thing to do. It shouldn't take you long. We have a scout in Tavar requesting reinforcements. Your knowledge of Tavar makes you suitable for the mission. Any questions?
Who exactly am I supposed to meet in Tavar?
Vakis. He's an experienced scout. One you'd be well advised to listen to.
Did he say why he needed backup?
That's restricted information. Most of Vakis's mission details are. Assuming Vakis trusts you, he will brief you on a need-to-know basis once you arrive.
Where exactly am I supposed to meet him?
I'll send his current position to your adjutor.
No more questions.
Good. Dismissed.
Well, we'll see.
You're here at last. I've been waiting. Azok sent a message to expect reinforcements. That must be you.
Right. He sent me here because I know this place from way back.
Excellent. Then you can assist my mission.
What are you talking about?
Commander Azok said I should wait for someone named Jax. Isn't that you?
Yeah, that's me.
He said it would be your last scouting assignment. Are you here to assist my mission or not?
So, what's this assignment about?
Azok sent you. I assume you can be trusted. My mission is to find out about the Berserkers' power. Their mana, to be exact. It has some similarities to Elex, but is very different. The Berserkers are expanding rapidly. It's vital we know the source of their power.
What exactly do you want to know about mana?
Everything. Albs are experimenting with emotion now. Berserker mana might be the key to our success. My aim is to infiltrate their ranks, disguised as a Berserker. If undetected, I'm to be employed as a cultivator, or an assistant, processing mana.
If you want to work as a cultivator, you should talk to Thorhild.
I already know she's responsible for the seedlings. She didn't trust me. She told me to clear the forest of weeds if I like plants so much. I guess it was an insult. I thanked her and have avoided her since. Though finding a job out here's not an option. I have to get into that fort. And that's why you're here. I need someone who knows the area. Make sure I get into the fort, and to help me find a job there. The people here are highly emotional. It's difficult for me to interact with them.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. I have an idea how you can get me in, too.
And that would be?
I'll position myself out of range of the gate guards while you go to them. Then you tell them someone's coming to prove he's worthy to be let into the fort. On your signal, I'll then shoot one of the guards from several hundred meters away. It'll prove my efficiency.
That is the shittiest idea I've ever heard.
What? I'm an excellent shot. They'll see. I am the most efficient scout in the depot. We just need to get the Berserkers to see that too. I don't get such a high Elex ration for nothing.
That explains a lot.
Sounds like you don't think my plan will work.
You could say that.
Well, you're here as an advisor, so how do you think we should proceed?
I think I'd better go to the gate alone and talk to the guards.
Good. I'll keep waiting here for you.
I've waited long enough. Either hand over the money, or I'll see what I can do about rearranging that ugly mug of yours.
Come and get it, if you can.
You asked for it. Get ready for a world of pain. Well, shit. You got a serious backhand. You can keep your shards.
You're too much to deal with for such a measly payout.
A friend told me you wouldn't let him into the fort.
First off, I don't know this friend of yours. Second, there's a lot of people I turn away from the fort. I don't just let anyone in.
I think I know who he's talking about. There was this sickly-looking guy here that one time, remember?
Oh yeah, that guy. We thought he looked like a chem addict. We don't want that shit around here. That guy's a friend of yours? You want to vouch for him? Tell me. He's not going to be any trouble, is he?
I can't guarantee anything, but you have my word.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with you. Bring him over here first. I want to get a look at him.
Okay, I'll get him. Come with me. Gardar the gate guard wants to talk to you.
So you convinced them. Excellent. Let's not waste any time. Go ahead, I'll follow you.
There you are. Give me a sec. I want to talk to my friend here. You. Yeah, you. Come here. Where are you from?
I'm here because I need protection.
Yeah, I see that, but what's after you that you need protection?
I need protection from the Albs. Yeah, the Albs are hunting me.
I see.
Let him in, Gardar. He can't be all that bad if the Albs are after him.
Who's to say you're not just another chem addict coming around, huh? You do know the outlaws haven't been around here in years, yeah? You're not getting any chems here.
Yeah, I know. You're the berserkers. You're the primitive, superstitious...
What did you just call us?
Don't let him rile you, Gardar. He's obviously a nutcase. Just listen to how he talks. Don't be so hard on him.
I wasn't looking to insult you, gentlemen.
Okay, let it drop. You're a weirdo, but you're not the only one in this place. And you look like you're harmless, so... Okay, you can come in. But I'm warning you. Cause any trouble and you're out on your ass. Got it?
I'd already assumed that I'd be executed if I made any mistakes. I agree to the terms.
Okay. Come on in. Your friend is really strange. Just, keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't piss anyone off. If he pulls that stuck-up bullshit with one of the town drunks, he'll get his ass kicked.
I think a thank you is in order at this point. I will need more time to get used to the communication that passes for normal around here.
I guess so.
We've completed Phase 1 of the mission. Next, I need a job. We should track down the commander responsible for the work allocation.
Fenris is in charge here. You should ask him for a job.
Negative. You will do that. Remember that until I'm satisfied, I won't report your task as completed to Azok. So, get me a job that entails significant contact with Mana, ASAP.
friend of mine is looking for work.
More than enough of that around here. What skills does he have?
He's good at the rough jobs.
Ah, a warrior then. What sort of job is he looking for?
He wanted to become a cultivator, but he was turned down.
If Thorhild didn't think he was suitable, there's nothing I can do. Could he imagine doing something else?
Something involving mana.
That is not going to happen. Only our best healers are allowed to work with mana. He'll have to settle for a more basic job until he proves himself. I see where this is headed. I don't have use for him, I'm afraid. You could ask Tylis, Lass, or Chloe. Maybe he can clean, something like that.
I don't think he'd be happy mopping up spilled beer.
That is not my problem. Everyone starts at the bottom here. Just talk to those three. There's nothing else I can do for you.
I'm looking for work for a friend of mine.
Is your friend well versed in the arts of alchemy and phytology?
Not that I know of.
Then stop bothering me.
Surely there are other jobs.
Well, I could do with some help around the house. I've avoided hiring anyone to help around the house so far. I hate having anyone change the way I arrange things. You see, there's a system. Everything here has its place. I don't want anyone who thinks for themselves. I need someone who does what I tell them. And more to the point, does things exactly how I tell them. Does your friend fit the bill?
He's extremely good at following orders.
That does sound promising. How much do you think I should give him for cleaning up here?
Don't worry. I'll pay his salary.
Well, if that's the case, I see nothing standing in the way. Bring him to me. He can start immediately.
What is it with the guys around here always hitting on every woman they see?
Oh.
I did it. You have a job with the healer, Tylis.
Good. I'll make myself useful there. The Berserkers will soon realize that my chemical arts are far more sophisticated than their magic. I'll talk to Tylis about his methods, and tell him what to do differently to boost efficiency. What will my duties be? Carrying out botanical studies? Directing mana experiments?
Cleaning.
What?
He hired you as a cleaner. Take it or leave it.
That is a waste of my considerable skills. Oh, whatever. Do you have any advice before I go to him?
Do as he says, and don't talk back.
I'll bear that in mind. Understood. I will send word to Azok that you completed your task. To confirm, he's gonna make you a trooper when you've completed this assignment?
I think so.
In that case, you shouldn't waste any time. Report back to Azok. I can manage from here. Thanks for your help.
You must be my new cleaner, yes?
Yes, that's right. Although I think it's a waste that...
I don't give a damn what you think. I don't need anyone to think. You understand? Quiet! There are some rules you need to know. What I expect from you is that I can always find everything in exactly the place where I left it. No cleaning up on your own, all right?
Of course.
Good. I also expect you to keep the floor and my working materials dust-free. Got it? If you have to lift any of my things to do that, I expect you to clean every single item and put it back exactly where it was before. Every sunrise, I expect to find everything exactly as I left it, only cleaner. No matter how late into the night you have to work. Get the picture?
Loud and clear.
Good. Then grab a broom and get to work.
I finished helping Vakis. Am I ready to be made a trooper now?
I've already received word that Vakis was satisfied with your work, even though he considers his new job unsatisfying. But you carried out all the tasks you were assigned. So, yes, you're ready to be promoted to trooper, if that's what you want.
I'm ready. Make me a trooper.
So be it. Prove yourself as a trooper, and maybe I'll restore you to commander. The rank of trooper is not without its own privileges. You now have access to Class 2 goods, including a new set of armor. Contact Oskill at the Computing and Research Center to see what you can purchase now. Besides that, I suppose you have questions about your new rank.
What are my duties as a trooper?
I will explain after I have briefed you on recent developments. The Silo attack highlighted the unacceptably poor state of our intelligence network. I have therefore dispatched all available combat squads to the borders. They are to form an early warning system and close up any gaps in our defense.
And what's my role in all this?
We still have no reports from the Caracas border. The scouts I sent there were all equipped with a tracker. The few signals we can pick up are barely recognizable. Half the unit is dead, the other half missing. I want to know what has happened. Bring me those scouts.
That isn't enough.
There you are. I've been expecting you. Your purchase authorization has been increased. You can now purchase Class 2 goods. Just ask when you want to see the stock.
Show me what someone of my rank can buy.
Please.
About the missing scouts.
Status?
I need more mission details.
Our statistical models suggested the situation on the Caracas border was manageable. So the unit sent there was one with limited combat experience. But that only explains their failure, not the disabled trackers. We need certainty. Find out what happened.
Get me their final coordinates.
Of course. I'll sync the data with your editor. Your destination is an old factory site in the southeast. Be sure to upgrade your weapons. You should be prepared for any eventuality.
Okay, spread out and take anything that's not nailed down. I don't want to see a pile of fucking scrap metal, you hear? That isn't gonna...
Nope, nothing here.
How did you get here?
Same way you did, I guess.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. We set off a while back to scour the ruins for useful materials. We didn't count on there being so many creatures. We were overrun by a herd of slime dragons. If my partner Zendra hadn't led them away, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Since then, I've stayed put and kept away from the creatures.
I've dealt with the slime dragons.
Is that so? But that's very good news. I can't imagine how you manage that. Here, take this. You've given me back my freedom. It's the least I can offer. I can finally leave here. If only I knew where to head to.
I think I know somewhere you'd be very welcome.
Oh, is that so? Where would that be?
There's a bastion on the mountain down south. They're always in need of people who can pitch in. Tell them I sent you. They'll put you to good use.
That sounds perfect. I'll do that.
We can count on you. We can count on you.
I have something here that belongs to you.
It doesn't surprise me that details of this venture leaked out. Orders were obeyed with little thought or enthusiasm. Let me explain to you what happened. The key player in this effort was the Alb commander you sent me. She's proven herself a force to be reckoned with, one I could no longer do without. But a solution to our manpower problems has presented itself. The Albs. In contrast to what passes for a recruit around here, they're disciplined, well-trained, and versatile. Consequently, we now keep a lookout for them on our borders and accept them into our ranks.
You mean force them into your ranks?
I don't think you fully understand. The Albs are only here because they want to be. Maybe it's better if you heard from them directly. One of my acolytes is giving them the guided tour. You'll find them in either the canteen or the production hall. When you've had a chance to say hello, come back to me. I promise, all your questions will be resolved. After that, I have a proposal for you, but more on that later.
You can pick up your chow, or whatever you call it, in the canteen. It's right over here. We'll get to where you'll be working in a minute. Any questions so far?
Who's responsible for the Elex supply?
Didn't anyone tell you? We use it exclusively for the machines. Human consumption is strictly prohibited. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Anything else?
No.
In that case, I'll take you to the production hall.
Jax, you? Here? So Azok wasn't wrong. Shit.
What are you doing here?
Have you seen Judicator Hagen? I don't want to make a mistake. Talk to him first, then we can talk.
Already done.
Let me explain the situation to you then. You must have figured out by now that we've defected. I don't expect you to condone what we did, our treachery, but I need to explain why we did it. Given your past, I even hope that you can maybe understand, at least in part.
All right. But don't leave out any details. Azok's waiting for my report.
The whole thing went like this. We were supposed to patrol the southern border. It should have been a straightforward mission, but it was doomed to failure from the outset.
What was the problem?
We were divided. Some of us questioned the Order, questioned its efficiency. I mean, nothing we Albs do is a step forward. We create nothing. We leave devastation. We destroy habitats and pat ourselves on the back afterwards as if it's a victory. But the clerics have a vision in which all life has a place.
That's how I see it, too.
After you submitted to the directive again? Well, that's not what I expected. In that case, maybe you'll understand my next move. I transmitted our route and coordinates to the castle in advance.
You were trying to provoke a confrontation?
No, I just wanted to pique their interest, and it worked. But when we got there, nothing went like we'd planned. I was convinced I could persuade everyone over to our side, that they'd see the truth of it.
That was a mistake, as it turned out.
Yeah, we ended up pointing our guns at each other. The clerics had overheard everything and were forced to intervene.
What? So you killed your own people?
What the hell were we supposed to do? If they'd taken us back to the depot, we would have been executed. It was us or them. We have the right to a future worth living in, don't we?
I get you. Azok, on the other hand, will not.
We thought by disabling our trackers, he would consider us lost. Another mistake. Of course, I can't stop you from telling him the truth. That decision is entirely up to you. But talk to Hagen again first.
When did you realize you were going to defect?
I've had doubts about the Alb's goals for quite some time. With enough Elex, I could always silence them, but as the stuff got scarcer and scarcer, I had to admit the truth. I can't just blindly follow logic. Morality is increasingly important in my decisions.
I take it you've spoken to the Albs?
I have. Now what were you saying about a proposal?
Eager to get started, I see. That's exactly the kind of determination I need right now. We have a single troop of Albs, but it alone is not nearly enough to fill out our ranks. We need to increase our manpower, or we might as well give up trying to defend ourselves, because we're as good as dead. If the last deployment taught us one thing, it's that there's little benefit in sending out soldiers if they're likely to be killed. I need someone who knows how to handle themselves and others in combat situations. I need you.
Wait, I'm committed to the directive of the Albs.
That doesn't matter. Whatever team you're on, you only follow one person, and that's you. If I recall correctly, you were the one who asked how you could help. This is what I'm thinking. Albs will... Their troops has defected to us. A replacement should be on its way. As we've seen, it only takes a few persuasive arguments for a group of Albs to reconsider their way of thinking. And if those arguments came from someone within their own ranks, the chances of success are high. Of course, for you this would be something of a risky endeavor, but your efforts would be rewarded. If you make sure that the second troop finds its way here, I will grant you the rank of Regent, on an honorary basis.
You want me to take all the risk?
Succeed, and no one will be any the wiser. Fail, and you'll likely have to give up on your ambitions to become one of their commanders.
I'm not convinced by your offer.
I don't like it any more than you do, but you're the only option I have. I've transferred the coordinates to your adjutor. Get there as soon as you can. If our calculations are correct, this is where their reinforcements will arrive. Track down the troop, convince them to change sides, and make sure they find their way here. Okay? Now get it done.
and shoot. Don't bother with questions. These people don't know anything of interest. Any comments? If not, check your gear and prepare for departure.
You're making this too easy on yourself.
Excuse me?
Cooperation is more effective.
Don't forget who's in charge here. I don't tolerate disloyalty.
Stupid ideas like this only end up making new enemies where there shouldn't be any.
I work with tactics that are actually worth something. This area has been cleansed.
We're both scouts. We should leave the decision to a trooper.
As you wish, even if the result will stay the same. Did you hear what that was about? If you did, I'm sure you'll agree with me.
Give me an outline of the situation.
I am in command of this unit. I've decided to eliminate any obstacle that crosses our path. I won't repeat the mistake of our predecessors. Confrontations will be nipped in the bud. Any objection to my decision is irrelevant. The directive clearly states that efficiency must define our actions. So, should we eliminate the people or not?
Eliminate. He who doesn't breathe doesn't cause any problems.
Exactly the answer I was expecting. Therefore, I will also report all subversive activities to the depot upon my return. But before we head back there, tell me something. What brought you to us?
I just want to warn you. The clerics are trying to poach our people.
Ugh. They must be really desperate if they're resorting to measures like that. I'm glad to know about it. I'll keep a watchful eye on my troops. But we need to head back now. See you at the depot. Listen up! We're moving out! Form a loose formation and secure the flanks. Let's go!
That didn't work. That didn't work. About the missing scouts.
Status?
I found them.
Then why aren't they standing in front of me?
They're dead. Their trackers malfunctioned.
Malfunctions in the program routine are unusual. I'll have our technicians look into it.
You're not bothered about losing our people?
With their demise, they have lost their usefulness. Thinking of them further is a waste of time. We should focus on making sure this does not happen again. In your absence, I dispatched a second unit to the borderlands. I want you to go and check on them. Intervene if there's a problem, and send them back to the depot. We've suffered losses already. We don't need to compound the problem.
No need. I've met them before.
So, anything?
No. I warned them about the clerics so they could come back here.
Very good. As far as I'm concerned, you're rehabilitated.
So, I get my old rank back?
Since there is nothing that calls your loyalty into question, I will grant your request. However, the evaluation of your wealth of individual experience must be positive. If that is the case, I will appoint you commander.
I am ready. Make me a commander.
Well, let's see. Analysis of your movement profile has yielded a wealth of data. Your problem solving is amazing. You clearly now have sufficient experience, and I have already assured you of my goodwill. Bottom line, nothing stands in the way of your proposal. Congratulations, Commander. I understand you are interested in optimizing your security. Therefore, you have my permission to acquire Class 3 goods. Go to Oskill. You know the way.
Good. What duties do you want me to perform?
Go and pick up where you left off. Your specialty is fieldwork. It would be inefficient for you to focus on anything else. There is still much to do out there. You need to make your own assessment of where your actions will be of most benefit. Always try to act in accordance with the directive. That's the only order I give. Dismissed, Commander.
Ah, Commander Jax. Congratulations on your promotion. You set a good example. I hope one day to do the same.
Good luck. It won't be easy.
Of course, but my efficiency has increased considerably in recent times. Do you remember Parak?
Of course.
I reported him and 2 other scouts to my unit. Unlike me, they expressed interest in cooperating with other factions. They are no longer of any use to our organization. I understand their execution has already been carried out.
It's good that you reported them.
I would have been dissatisfied with myself if I had hesitated. But I've taken up enough of your time. See you around, Commander.
There you are. Your purchasing authority class has been upgraded again. You now have access to Class 3 goods. Let me know if you want to purchase anything.
Good. Name and rank.
Don't you recognize me?
That is irrelevant. I am following protocol. What's more, I ask the questions. You do not. Let us continue. Reason for your return.
I'm looking for work.
The only kind of work you'll find here is physical. My program comprises melee and ranged combat. I also improve my trainees' physical condition. In your case, I have received no instructions to deny you training, although I certainly would have understood had such instructions been issued. I will charge you Elexit for every unit of training. However, if that approach doesn't appeal to you, you can try your luck with the humans. You are experienced in that area, after all.
I want to regain my old skills. Can you help me?
No, but Kel can. You have not been rehabilitated yet, however. This path will only be open to you once you have rejoined our ranks. Incidentally, that was the last question I will permit from you.
Train me.
I feared you would ask another question. Let's begin. Good. That'll do. You will continue training on your own.
Maybe later.
You better leave.
Smart move.
You don't have... Good.
Okay. My head. thing is going to happen to me. Like a voice inside my head, telling me what to do. Gotta ignore it. Ugh. My head. Damn infection.
I like you.
$348-9-14.
I need to check on that. Just a sec, please.
I should be due a weekly ration.
Correct. Log, 1 weekly ration dispensed to 348-9-14.
1 weekly ration received.
That was your last free ration. You want to purchase supplementary rations?
Not right now.
Very good.
Emotions are not to blame.
What do you need?
I want to buy some.
What'll it... Not wanted here. Do not try that again.
Interesting.
Maybe later. Maybe later. Maybe later.
So you're really a true-born Alb?
That's right.
Huh. You sure? I believed that about myself once upon a time.
I've been Alb since birth. I've never been part of any other group. So, yes, I am sure. My birth itself was arranged to further the preservation of the Alb people. You know how things were. Only true Albs survived. Anybody who didn't comply or who showed emotion was eliminated. The facts speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah. You really are true-born.
I was told you wished to stay with us.
Nah, I'm just passing through.
Everyone here contributes to the balance. You must work like everybody else. We don't tolerate parasites. Show that you will act in our interest. Contribute.
What do you want me to do?
My overseers will instruct you. Enough talking. Duty calls. May Ravok watch over you.
You heard the Great Khan. Report to Tengus and Zarina. They will give you work.
You'd never guess, but Nasty was once an outlaw.
Yeah, I can believe that. Any recommendations for recruitment?
Guess I better think it over some more.
Look, the more recruits we have, the better.
Bully the outlaw. Think of him as, my chaperone.
Okay. That's what we're calling it now? Any recommendations for recruitment?
We'll see.
Understood. Thanks for letting me know.
So what's next?
Time for me to take an inventory. See what we need. You can't help with that, so you're done here. Of course, if you can find more recruits, please keep them coming. Trustworthy or not, I'll take the chance. I need numbers. I can worry about keeping them under control later.
Follow me.
Yeah, sure.
Why hasn't your brother tried to get his throne back from Baxter?
Too fucking far. Baxter's in the crater, Logan's on the Caracas coast. Besides, he probably doesn't think the crater is worth the trouble. Just a filthy fucking hole in the ground.
How's it been, living with the Morcons?
It's easy. There's no messing around. No bullshit. People talk straight and tell you exactly. Everyone knows where they stand and what to do.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I guess. It's not complicated. We fight back or they kill us.
You looking for new recruits to join the Outlaws?
I'm not looking for shit. Hector's in charge of that. He's my right-hand man. If you're paying tribute or have news from the outside, then I'm your man. For anything else, you can go fuck yourself.
From what I've seen, the Terrace is the only place the alien invaders haven't gotten to.
You mean those dark hunks of shit that fell from the sky? Raining their hellspawn and whatnot on us? Huh. We've killed more than our fair share of those feral fucks. But they keep coming. That shit's an endless plague.
At least they haven't set up one of those towers in the crater.
Not yet, but I'm not so sure it'll stay that way. Shit runs downhill, right into our crater, so we're always the first to drown in it.
What's your plan for dealing with the invaders?
What do you think, shit for brains? Step 1, we defend ourselves no matter what. Step 2, there ain't a fucking step 2. What else are we supposed to do?
It's not just your problem.
Wait a goddamn minute. Are you here trying to sell me some bullshit about working in sweet and blissful harmony with the Albs and the Berserkers and whoever the fuck? Please, spare me the sunshine and rainbows noise unless you want my boot in your ass. None of the other factions give a flying fuck about the Outlaws, so they can all go fuck themselves. Huh. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? You're Logan's twin sister, aren't you? How is that shithead? The herpes-laden motherfucker who took over my fort and threw me out on my ass forever ago.
Yeah, sounds like Logan. So what? And before you ask, I haven't had shit to do with him in years. You want to rip him a new asshole or 3? Go right ahead. He's somewhere on the coast of Caracas.
Thanks for the info, darling, but anyone with more than a brain cell knows where he is. The problem is getting to him before he sees you coming. I've sent some of my best fighters after that asshole, and he's ripped them to shreds.
Yeah, he's a tough bastard.
He sure is. So, what's new with you? By the looks of it, you've cozied up to the Morcons. You know, I don't have a Morcon gal in my stable. I always wondered how a freaky fanatic would be in the sheets.
And I always wondered what a man would look like after I cut off his dick.
Touché. Well, you're basically useless to me, so if you don't mind, fuck off.
Nasty's here on a mission from the Morcons. She needs to talk to you.
I can speak for myself, thanks.
Okay, Nasty. I'll listen. What in the ever-loving fuck do the Morcons want with me?
It won't be long before the van...
So, what are you doing hanging with this little shit? You two are pretty fucking funny, you know that? Seriously, I haven't laughed so much in my whole fucking life. I should rip your guts through your asshole for talking to me like that. But you know what, you pathetic little dumb fucks? I think you've suffered enough. You two should stick together. There's not a half a chance in hell of surviving without each other.
That could have gone better.
Tell me about it. I should have punched him in the balls.
So what happened to being diplomatic?
Sorry, don't care. He deserved it. That asshole got on my nerves.
It might be time to rethink this plan of yours.
Can you grow a pair, please? I know what I'm doing.
If you say so. So what's the next step of this brilliant scheme?
You'll find out when I'm ready, jackass. Right now, I feel like getting in some combat practice.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I will.
You've got some nerve.
Get that thing away from me.
Don't play with guns.
On my way!
So what do I do now?
Put it away, Alb.
This won't work. This doesn't work.
Stupid.
That isn't going to work.
We don't put up with that kind of thing around here.
We won't let him slip through our fingers.
Why are we following him? What happened? Did something fall on my head?
Hey!
All that effort to increase my destruction level for nothing.
So...
Hey.
The crater is waiting!
Hey, put the...
What are you...
I'm here!
I'm here!
Are you out of your mind?
Get the bastard.
We don't tolerate criminals.
You want a fight? Fine.
Oh, it's payback time!
This won't work.
Let's get this guy.
I see you're looking for trouble.
Let's get the bastard.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, I've been meaning to tell you. This no bullshit badass thing you got going on, keep it up. I like it.
I found the Skyan scouts. They won't be reporting anything back. There were only a few of them, but they'll likely send out more next time.
We'll deal with that when the time comes. I'd say we're off to a good start. A job well done, Jax.
About the military forces of the other factions. The Berserker Fort now has a better military structure than when it was under Outlaw control.
Quite. The plan to unite the Outlaw and Berserker factions in the fort seems to have been successful.
Patriarch Victor seems to be the actual head of the Morcons.
He's a volatile one. We'll have to watch out for him.
Good to know. But if we're being honest, that probably applies to all Morcons.
The Albs have an enormous supply of Elex stored in their depot. That's where they get their power.
Well, that explains why Ignadon is suddenly covered in a blanket of snow.
Alexander Ekrom does a good job of leading the Albs. He's smart, and gives them tremendous stability. For now, at least.
Yes. Intellect was never the Albs' biggest problem, but they have plenty of other things to contend with.
The outlaws have settled in the garbage-filled crater of the comet. There still aren't many of them, but things won't stay that way for long.
Smart move. Stay in the background for the time being, gather strength. Doesn't help us much at the moment, though.
The Duke of Ateris could be dangerous. He's nothing but a criminal. A very successful one.
Better keep an eye on him, then. We can't afford any surprises.
The clerics are only just getting back on their feet. Not much help at the moment.
And we mustn't forget that they were driven out of their land. It will take some time for those wounds to heal.
Judicator Reinhold has his hands full getting the clerics back into shape.
Ah, a familiar name. Well, at least we know who we're dealing with when the time comes.
I joined the Albs.
A perfectly natural choice. You know them better than you know anyone else. We've completed the first stage of our long journey. The Sixth Power has taken its first steps, but now the real work begins. I'm impressed, Jax. I knew you could do this, but I'm still surprised by how efficient you've been.
That's the reason you, I mean the hybrid, always sent me on the toughest missions, isn't it?
Indeed. And even after all these years, you haven't lost any of your skills. Just as well, we're really going to need them.
I've still got a long way to go. So many difficult situations, and demanding people. They all seem to want to determine my fate. And my family's. But I've got decent weapons again, and I'm ready to face the next obstacle. The Sixth Power is now in action, and soon we'll be a serious contender in the battle for Magellan. And I'm part of it, whether I want to be or not. Not much is certain yet. The coming days will reveal more about my special role in the war against the invaders. Meanwhile, the Scions will be expanding the regions covered in their alien flora. Before long, we'll be in a world we don't recognize, full of creatures that'll change or destroy us. My infection. The Dark Elex is starting to take over. I'm already feeling the first effects of the disease. I need to get some healing soon, or I won't get the chance to fight my first real battles.
We need to talk about that infection of yours. I've made some startling discoveries about the Dark Elex. And I'm certain now that, left untreated, the infection will eventually transform you into a Skyanid creature.
That doesn't really help.
Well, we could pump you full of painkillers, but I don't think that's a good idea. One moment of inattention and the infection could overwhelm you. Better not take that risk.
Great.
I've developed a method of extracting specific DNA fragments from infected subjects. So I'm going to need as many different subjects as possible to continue with my research. That's where we should concentrate our efforts next.
What about me? I'm infected. Will my DNA fragments help?
I need samples from subjects that have already mutated. But they can't be from just any Skyanid. I'm going to need exceptionally thermoactive specimens. You'll have to hunt them down and use the method I've devised to extract those DNA fragments from them.
Any activity on the Skyend invasion front?
Things are still relatively quiet. They must be preparing for a major assault. But I'm more concerned about the Morcons at the moment.
Fuck, I'd almost forgotten about them.
They're unpredictable and represent a huge risk in our war against the Skyends. Especially Patriarch Victor. You should speak to him. Try to reach some form of agreement. Nothing would be worse than him attacking us when we least expect it.
So what else have you got for me?
I've received reports from our neighbors to the northwest. It seems the clerics have lost control of some of their own troops. Their headquarters are about to be attacked by a group of malfunctioning robots. You should stop them before they reduce the cleric castle to a pile of rubble. You should talk to Thialg about our defenses. There's still a long way to go before we're properly prepared. By choosing your faction, you have also decided who the Sixth Power will form an alliance with. We'll deal with that in more detail when the time is right.
I wonder if Kaya has calmed down yet. The Dark Elex is giving us enough of a headache. Kaya might be able to help. I should go see her.
Come back when you've collected your first DNA fragments. The sooner I can work on them, the faster my research will yield results.
We should join forces and fight the Skyends together.
The Skyends? Oh, you mean the foreign interlopers? Why should we fight them? Let them run amok. Let them cripple the other factions. It only helps our sacred mission.
Humanity will be wiped out.
Ha! You don't understand our sacred mission.
You're wasting my time, you damn lunatic.
Well, it seems I'm wasting my time on you. But I can be charitable. We must destroy the heretics. Wipe them out. Punishment will be swift and just, for we relieve them of their suffering. We will purge the diseased growths.
Replacing our species with another doesn't strike me as the best way to achieve your mission. The Skyends will destroy humanity, yeah, but Magellan will still be populated.
I take your point.
But there is no viable alternative. We Morcons won't bleed to protect humanity. It is our duty to eradicate our species in the name of balance.
But the Skyans will be here long after us. Doesn't sound very balanced to me.
All right, I'll humor you. If you have all the answers, what would your plan be? How would you stop the Skyans from conquering the planet?
There's a new power at Caracas. One that'll take the fight to the Skyans.
And how exactly do you know this?
I'm sort of in contact with them. But they need support. Without it, they'll fail for sure.
I would like to say I admire the ambition, but in truth, I'm underwhelmed. You're talking about the Berserkers, yes? A disillusioned rabble stuck in the past. They think creation is something to be valued. They are perhaps the greatest heretics on all Magalan. They must be eradicated.
I'm not talking about the Berserkers. This is a new community. One that's only starting to affect things.
Well, who are they? How many men do they have? Where are they based? What are they planning?
I'll gladly tell you. As soon as you promise not to stab me in the back.
Huh. Before I even consider taking you seriously, this power needs to prove itself. Is it remotely capable of fighting the Skyans? Let's see, shall we? The Skyans have begun to deploy their troops across Magalan. They're occupying strategic points all over the world. It seems the interlopers intend to use the old world infinite sky structures for their own ends. But this is irrelevant right now. If this new power is capable of defeating the Skyans, then, and only then, do we have anything further to discuss.
Fair enough. Can I assume you'll hold your fire long enough for them to deal with the Skyans?
Very well. We'll wait. For now. But be warned. This power needs to demonstrate its effectiveness soon. We won't delay for long.
Shit. What's the use?
Jax, listen. We need to talk.
Azotha. Imothega. Almosua.
Damn it! Not now. We need you.
What's happening?
Bad news. A horde of Skynet scouts are approaching our bastion. We have to take care of them now, or they'll overrun us. Shit! Here they come!
Hey, Numbskull. I'm ready for the next audience.
So what lucky faction leader are we talking to this time?
Judicator Reinhold. A trade deal with the Morcons could really help the clerics out.
How are you gonna get them to trust you? The clerics want to save humanity. The Morcons, not so much.
Just get me in there. I know what I'm doing. What the hell is wrong with you? Too many hits to the head?
Yeah. They should really do something about these blackouts. I'll take care of them when there's time. Didn't you see the clerics again?
Without you, fat chance.
Commander, additional location of Skyam control node chips to...
The clerics trusted you with their troops, back when we were fighting the Albs.
Yeah, well, that was then, this is now. Things change.
Wonder if they'll remember you.
Doubt it. Nobody remembers what we did during the war. It's like it never happened.
Listen, I have another request for you. I'd like to get my eyes on some of the Berserkers' strategic plans.
That's not at all surprising. You got any idea where you might find plans like that?
There's a group of Berserkers roaming around somewhere near the Tavar fort. We should take a closer look.
All right.
Still don't understand why my people have developed such a fear of the Berserkers.
Anything foreign can be seen as a threat. The Berserkers are trying to preserve both mankind and nature. But their methods are often esoteric. And that's difficult to understand for an Alb, looking at it from a scientific background.
Shit. Then let's find out if those Berserkers over there feel the same way. Observing humanity's roots like this, it is remarkable that it still exists at all.
You want to rob the Berserkers. How do you expect them to react to that?
They won't react if they don't catch us. If they do, we'll just...
Asshole!
Isn't this one of those situations that an emotional person would call regrettable?
No. I'm pretty sure this is what they call a massacre. Here are the Berserkers' plans.
My analysis is progressing well. I think it's time to end our collaboration.
Now? I thought we were just starting to understand each other.
You know what I want. I want to protect the Albs.
And you know what I want. That you fight here by my side.
This could take forever. I have far better things to do.
Wait a minute. You still owe me one. You're gonna stay right here until we're through with this.
I'm warning you.
No. You're part of the Sixth Power now, and it's time you accepted that.
That wasn't the deal.
I've helped you often enough. It's time you gave something back. You can go back to the depot when you're done with your tasks.
And how do you think that would look?
Let's start by keeping the Bastion clean.
You're assigning me to clean up the living quarters?
To cool off, I suggest you go hunting and make sure the number of animals in the area doesn't get out of control.
The animals?
Unless you have a better way to help.
No, not really.
Okay, then get out there and let me know when you're done.
Yeah, alright, I'll do it.
I'll come back in a while to check on your work.
Yes, sir. Asshole.
Strange.
Stick to the paths. Don't go into the forest unless you really have to.